like you to hit the like button at the beginning because every time you hit the like button, you are letting YouTube know that what you are seeing and hearing is edifying for you so it can be shared with others. That's why hitting the like button is so important. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing to the channel.
It had to happen. Your title was so powerful. When I read the name of your ministry, it had to happen.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey. We can't wait to share many more exciting episodes with you. Until then, take care and happy listening. Let's welcome our host, Erica Wilson.
Great day, great day, great day, everyone. We're here live today with your girl, Erica Wilson, that it had to happen for our Wisdom Wednesday. And guys, the topic on tonight is a step of faith. And I have a beautiful soul that will be in here on tonight. Man, do she have a story. She is a two-timer. She's been here before, and this is her second time back. She was also a part of our amazing NFL Mom and Family show. So without further ado, let me bring on the beautiful Brianna Watts. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hi, hello. I'm so happy to be back.
Oh my God, you know, I get so excited when I have you on because you bring so much to the table. And when you accepted the invitation to come back on, especially what you're going to be sharing on tonight, because I'm sure that you definitely going to be helping someone. You know, your topic is a step of faith. And I know people probably wondering, like, what, you know, we're having a feedback. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
It's something feeding back. I can hear myself speaking.
1 second.
Okay, guys, while Miss Brianna is getting prepared, you guys get ready for an amazing show. While she's getting prepared, let me take her out really quick. Let me know, give me the thumbs up when you're ready to come back in. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. So Brianna, yeah, I still hear.
Still hear feedback?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Is it my phone? Wait, hold on. Nope, it's not mine. All right, let's try this again. Thank you all. Hey, TikTok. Hey, Instagram. Hey, Facebook. Hey, YouTube. How are you guys? Listen, we have the beautiful Brianna Watts here with us on tonight, and her topic is a step of faith. Brianna took a big step of faith that some of us may be scared to take. Yeah, I hear myself again.
Try now. I'm going to mute myself. Let's see.
Okay. All right. So without further ado, Brianna, can you tell us a little bit about who is Brianna Watts?
Okay. Can you hear me? Do you have issues hearing me? Or are we good?
We're good.
Okay, perfect. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Brianna Watts, or affectionately known as Bree. I am from a small town called Sanford, Florida, and I currently reside in Dallas, Texas. Made a big leap of faith here. I am the CEO of Brianna Watts Consulting and Services, where I service job seekers, professionals with career services and career development. I've helped hundreds of people land their dream job, move across the country, create generational wealth. I also am the founder and president of Watts Academy of Success Incorporated, which is a nonprofit I started for young ladies. We currently offer scholarships to those going off to college, and we have big plans coming in the future. And I also am a career professional, and I work in talent acquisition. So I help job seekers recruit, scout, and help them through the recruitment process.
Listen, as you can see, she wears many hats, guys. So she's definitely busy. She's staying busy. And I
Definitely.
love that about you, Brianna. Last time you were here, your services that you offer is much needed, one, and you do such a phenomenal job at what you do. So before we jump into what it is that you do, because we see that, you just told us all about your career moves, but we want to know about that big step of faith that some of us, again, is afraid to make. So tell us a little bit about how that even came about and what was it?
So back in 2020, I had quit my job to work for myself full time. I was kind of going through a very traumatic situation at work. So I of a pandemic to quit my job and move back home and build my business. The purpose and intention was for me to grow and scale my business, enough for me to move to Texas. I always wanted to move to Texas. Originally, I wanted to live in Houston. I'm glad God did not allow me to make it there. But I said that I would move home for 2 years, and in exactly 2 years from the time that I moved home, the opportunity became available for me to move to Dallas, Texas. I was a full-time entrepreneur. I was staying at home with my mom, and I was just not completely happy being home. I felt like a minority when it came to like being ambitious, being a business owner, being an entrepreneur, and dreaming big. It was very hard being one of the few individuals who kind of had the mindset that I had. And I wanted to make a larger impact. I wanted to spread my wings. And when I found out about the opportunity to possibly move to Dallas, Texas for a career opportunity and a career transition, I got on my Zoom, as the people say on TikTok. I did all of my research for the job opportunity, which was to be a sourcer for a tech company, which is a recruiter. And so I did all of my research. I prepared myself. Everything that I teach my clients, I did on my own. So that is a true testament that I know what I'm doing. My services work. You just have to have the drive and determination to, complete a successful job search. And that is what I did when the opportunity became available. I went through about a 3-month job search, and I was offered the opportunity of, it was 6 of us who were selected of thousands of applications.
Wow. So here it is. You leave in Florida. You quit your job, you leave in Florida. And a lot of people say you don't quit your job without having another. But see, that's what it's all about, a step of faith. And see, that's what I said in the beginning of the broadcast, like some will be so afraid to take that step of faith. But I know that you are big on family. And to hear that you moved away from your family, like that said a lot. And sometimes you have to step out of that box, right?
Mhm.
And in order to tackle some other things, because if we stay stuck, then that's all we're going to get. There's a bigger picture out there, and that's something that we have to see and stop allowing fear to set in to stop us from doing things. See, the thing about that is you knew God had something for you. You already
For
knew
sure.
that. Exactly. So you tried to get to Houston. God says, I'm taking you over here to Dallas. It was
Yes.
already, it was there waiting for you. Thousands of applications, and 6 of you guys got it.
Yeah.
If you had someone that was under the sound of your voice, Brianna, that may be scared to take that step of faith, what would be your words of encouragement to them?
Um, I am a really big dreamer, and I am a person who manifests things, and you just have to pray the spirit of fear away. You cannot be fearful. You have to be willing to take risk, and you have to believe in yourself, and you can't worry about having it all figured out. I had no idea how I was getting to Dallas. I just said it. I was like, I'm moving to Texas. It's gonna happen in 2 years, and I had no idea that this opportunity would even come about. But when somebody told me about it, I did what I had to do. I was prepared, and I just went for it. And I wasn't worried about what it would look like in 2 years and in a year. I have no idea what the next year is going to look like, but I do know that I have belief in myself. I have faith in. I really prayed the spirit of fear away many years ago. I was delivered from that so long ago, and that's what I just encourage everyone to do: to pray, to fast, and to have faith. And don't let fear stop you from anything. And even if you are afraid, do it anyway.
That's it right there. That's it right there, because that's what hinder a lot of people is that fear. That fear is a very ugly thing. And if we could just, like I said, get past that and seeing that you did that, that's why, Brianna, I was so honored to have you back here on tonight so you can share your story, because I'm sure that one may get something from it, not just get something from it, but even the services that you offer. You not only have your own consulting company, you also have your own nonprofit. And
Mhm.
we all know that nonprofits can definitely take a lot of your time, but you juggle it, and you do so well at what it is that you're doing. So take us back to when you started this company and what made you start this company and what services you offer.
So, when I was in graduate school, I had a lot of help and support to conduct my job search. My managers, my former managers, shout out to them, will love them forever, put me through a very tedious boot camp to prepare for my job search. And that was really helpful for me to land a job straight out of grad school that was one level up, and it was way higher paying than the average grad would make. And I realized that my peers who were in the same program didn't have that support or that level of knowledge to conduct the job search in such a way. And I was kind of, I was in my job search, I was asking questions, I was talking to different people, and I kind of took everything with a grain of salt and applied what worked for me. And once I landed my job, I just wanted to help my peers make money and to land more fulfilling jobs and to go against what they like advised us to do in our field. Because back in higher education, they told us that you don't make a lot of money in higher education and to start as a coordinator, and those things were just not true. And so I wanted to help my peers the same way that I was helped, and my advice and my insight and my knowledge was working.
Sure.
All the things that I passed down and shared, and so I took a liking and interest into it and furthered my education and knowledge and professional development in career services.
Mhm.
And it's been up from there. I started my company in 2019. I used to do resumes for free, but when I saw that people were like landing jobs and they were so excited and they were chasing dreams, I was like, well, I have to take this seriously. Like, I need to get my ducks in a row because I want to help people. I want to help people find more fulfilling work and to
Right.
boost their self-esteem and confidence in the job search.
That is so awesome, Brianna. Like, oh my God. And the thing is, you didn't let no one stop you. But what it is to be, you're in class and they're telling you, I mean, well, you're at this level and they're telling you, oh, well, you don't make much money in that field. Like, I don't went to school for this, and you want to try to deter me for what it is that I want to do. Good thing you didn't listen to that. Good thing you didn't let that stop you. You kept persevering. And the thing is, you said, okay, well, now this, and that's why I love this title. It had to happen because it happened to you, but it happened for you to share with other people. And like you said, you started this amazing business. You did very well at it. And that's the thing. See, a lot of us don't want to start off pro bono. We want to just go in and just, make top dollar. but you have
Mhm.
to crawl before you walk. And see, that's what I think God honored with you, that you actually helped people pro bono before you took it to the next level. Because now I see what I can do. I saw my work in somebody else, and they progressed in whatever it is that they were doing. So now let me get serious about this thing and turn it into a financial situation, another form of income, right? So now
Yep.
you have this consulting business. Then you have this amazing organization. I'm big on serving. So that's one of the things I do want you to let the people know as well. Yeah, it's about money. Definitely it is. But you also do well behind, off the I won't look at me trying to off the field. What am I talking about? Like I
Football is in you. You're a
exactly. You
football
know
mom.
that you have something else that you're serving. There we go. Thank you, Holy Spirit. You're serving outside of that. You're giving back. So tell us about that and what that organization is about.
So the reason I started Watts Academy of Success is because a lot of parents from back home would reach out to me for like support on how to help their children apply to college, or many moms will come up to me and I always say, "Oh, Bree, I want you to mentor my daughter. I love what you're doing, etc., etc." And when I was growing up in my hometown, I didn't have a lot of women role models. I didn't see a lot of it in the community. We didn't have social media. So although there are great women that come from my community, it just wasn't in my face. Everybody wasn't like upfront and out there. And I also didn't have like access or knowledge to where these women were and what they were doing. So I kind of wanted to give back to my community in that way and really help young women who come from the hood like me, like find themselves and then find their path and purpose in life, and let them know that there's more to life than Sanford, that there's so much more to life than Florida, and here are your opportunities. Go see the world, go find yourself, and go discover what it is that you want to do. And so that's the purpose of starting Watts Academy of Success. And I started it right before COVID. And so when COVID came, I wasn't able to partner with my high school like I had intended to. So alternatively, I decided to continue fundraising and giving out scholarships to young women who were going to college. And so that's what we currently do. We raise money to give scholarships or just financial support to young women with their extracurricular activities.
And that's good, Bree. That's really good. And then you could do it from where you're at too. You're all the way in Dallas and you still can make this happen, because if you don't always have to be so hands-on per
Right.
se. See, that's one of the things I think I felt that, because I used to think that I had to always be hands-on. Everything is done virtually now.
Yeah.
Most of things are done virtually now, and you still can reach or even broaden your reach now, because you're in Dallas. You could not transfer it there, but start a chapter there as well, because what you're doing is much needed. It is much needed. Like you said, coming from the hood, we don't get too many opportunities.
Right.
And it's a time where if you could take someone and get them to see the bigger picture, like I was saying to you about fear setting in, and we have to step out the box. So some people have probably never left Florida or never even left their city.
Right.
You're showing them it can be done. You're a light for many. And I love that about you. So tell me this. Tell me, what was your biggest fear when you first got the green light, knew that you was going to Dallas? What did you have any fears? Did you have any jitters? Was you nervous, anxiety, whatever?
I didn't have any fear. I was excited. I was like, oh my God, this is like a dream come true. I'm actually moving to Texas. I would say the fear tries to come in and out. Like sometimes now that I've been here for almost 2 years, some days I wake up and I'm just like, I cannot believe I just up and moved to Texas. Like, what am I doing? There has been highs and lows since I've been here. I've definitely experienced some setbacks since I've been here, but I have been strong and pressed in on my faith. And I'm just trying to open my mind and my perspective to say that I came here for a reason. God wouldn't bring me this far to leave me. And so I know that I am purposed to be here. And I'm just really sitting. I'm working. Prayer, faith without work is dead. So I'm putting in the work, and I'm just trying to hear from God on like, what's next? Like, what is my purpose here? What does that look like? Because God outdoes himself every year. And so I'm just waiting to see what he's going to do next. And so, yeah, like sometimes it's like, what am I doing? Like, I'm literally here by myself, and sometimes it gets lonely, you know, but I have to remind myself that I'm here for a reason. And so that's about the only bit of fear, but I'm not a very fearful person. I struggle with perfectionism when it comes to like do something or show up in a way, but fear, I believe in God. My faith is strong, and I always figure stuff out.
Love it, love it, love it. So here it is. You're going on to Dallas now. You got the green light to go. You finally make it there. Now, this is not just around the corner move. You know, you went off to college. You're talking about from Sanford to Tallahassee. Y'all, she went to FSU.
Oh,
So you're talking about, you know, I had to throw that in there. But the thing is, you're moving from, I mean, you went from Sanford to Tallahassee. That wasn't that far. Now you're talking about flights. We have to get on flights to get there if we don't want to take the long drive, right? So you're there, you have nobody. You mean to tell me you have no, like, you didn't know anybody there, or you're just talking about immediate family? You don't have.
I just mean immediate family. I do have a cousin that moved here after I moved here, but I'm always home. I go home a lot. I was home like once a month, so much so to the point I was like, okay, I need to stop going home and like enjoy my apartment. My rent is not cheap, so I need to like enjoy everything because I was going home so much because I am a family person. And my niece could say, I want to have a party tomorrow just because I'm gonna get on the flight and I'm gonna go home. So
yeah, I knew. Well, like I said in the beginning, you're a big fan. I mean, you love your family. You're family oriented, and that's a beautiful thing. But just to know that your niece can say she want to have a party tomorrow, and you jumping on the next thing smoking. Whoa, yeah,
it's actually kind of cheap to fly back home. The flights are not that expensive. But I was also in a great financial situation when I moved here too. So I was just like, I'm going home.
Well, and that's the thing. Do what you want to do. Because at the end of the day, you have to live this life. You can't let the life live you. You see what I'm saying? So great day, Miss Betty. Great day. How are you? Miss Betty is in Houston.
Well, hi, neighbor.
She's in Houston. Okay, so now you're there. I'm moving. I mean, you know, now I'm on this job search. And you said it took 3 months, correct?
Yes.
So now you're in a 3-month job search. But you just said, though, you answered my question already. You said you was financially stable when you got there, basically. So you knew that you could pretty much take your time in whatever it is that you wanted to do and make sure you're making the right decision for you. But what you do, from what I'm gathering, is you seek God first on everything. You don't move before him.
Yes, and let me be clear. Before I moved here, my financial situation, I was a full-time entrepreneur in the middle of a pandemic, and so I actually had the company that moved me here provided me a relocation assistance stipend. So I was only able to afford to move here because of the relocation award that I was given to move here. So again, that was all orchestrated by God.
It was. You got to know that. I literally have chills right now because just to see how everything was set up. Because guys, as you know, hey Nico, how are you? Thank you so much. As you know, guys, Brianna was also a part of the NFL Moms and Family group, and she was like, Miss Erica, like I'm really busy, so I really have to take a step back. And now I can see exactly what it was, and I'm so happy and proud of you and seeing the way that you excel, Brianna. That says a lot. You're a young woman and you have your head on your shoulder. And we spoke about something in agreement. Why is she single, y'all? She's so beautiful.
Oh, that is a great question. I'm single by choice.
And that's they look, I'm tongue tied right there because at the end of the day, I don't think people understand that. When people hear one saying that they're single, oh well, what's wrong? What's wrong with them? You know, and that's not the case. It's you won't settle. You choose not to settle. Miss Betty say, hello, neighbor. You choose not to settle, and that's not a bad thing, Brianna, because you have a lot that's going on, and you want to make sure that you're not picking up a liability. You want to have someone that bring asset. And don't get me wrong, people. Don't get me because somebody would take this and run with it.
Right.
What I'm saying is by asset. not coming in with buku money. Of course, we all say that that's what we want sometimes, but at the end of the day, it's how can you help? How can we help each other build? You know,
Exactly.
how could we add to each other? Because one day your mate may be falling short and you may have to pick him up, or vice
Exactly.
versa. So
Yep.
tell me what you think about that as a young woman, because I hear so many young women talking about, oh, he have to come with this, he have to have this. You know, how do you feel about that, Bree?
Woo! um, for me, when it comes to like dating and relationships, what I am looking for is to build. I'm looking for a partner and to build an empire, and so we can build together. But the person does have to be like to a certain standard and quality and bring certain value to the table. And sometimes that could be financial, but that could also be, are you a protector? Are you a provider? Can I trust your decision making and your leadership? Like, what is your plan? What is your plan in life? Do you have a 3-year plan? Do you have a 5-year plan? Like, how do you plan? Like, what are your goals and intentions? Do you want to have children? Are you a great father? Do you want to be a father? Because it's one thing to be with somebody, you have a child, have children with them, but they don't want to be a father. And it's just like, you know, so I consider all of those things. Can you stimulate my mind? Like, can you keep me interested mentally? Because if you can't get me there mentally, the rest is just, it's not gonna, and that's extremely important to me. So this person I know they're out there. But you know, I don't believe in settling. And
Right.
if I'm a person and if I'm intentionally building myself and working on myself, there's no way that I can settle. There's no
Yeah.
way.
Well, and you're not wrong. So I think we have a question for you here.
Okay.
And that's the thing too, not just that, you have to also see where they come from, their
Oh, that's so important.
background.
That is
That's
so important.
you have to pay attention to that. Definitely. Okay,
Yes.
so let's see what Nico said. Nico says, what about a man that has come to the table in a marriage with 4 children and she just gold digs throughout the entire marriage?
I don't understand the question.
Okay,
Come to
he's
a
saying
table
like
with
he
us.
married a woman. It sounds
Uh-huh.
as though he married a woman and he came to the table with, I guess, financially stable, and she had 4 children, but all she ever did is just took from him, is what I'm getting from this.
I would say you. So the thing about marriage or relationships, you know the person you're marrying before you get on one knee, before you say yes to this man. You know who you're marrying, unless you're like Risa Tisa, the lady on TikTok, and you rush into the marriage. You don't get to know this person.
Well, this is the guy you're talking to. So this is the guy. This is the guy you're speaking to.
So he's married or
He married a young lady who has 4 children.
uh-huh.
And he said that he came, established or whatever, and all she did was just take, 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 take. She was a gold digger, is what he's saying.
I think you have to address it and set boundaries in place and like really figure out like where are you guys going? Like what is the purpose of this? What are we doing? Um how do you add value to this relationship? And then how ask her how does she see you adding value? Um I've never been married before, so I can't really speak
Yeah.
from that perspective. But what I can speak from is a human perspective, which is to set boundaries and communicate clearly and align accordingly and get on the same page. And then, you all could figure it out from there, or you all can bring in resources on how to figure it out and move forward. That I can advise you accordingly. If she will continue to do that if you allow her.
If you
A
allow
person
it.
only does what you allow. So
And that was the same thing that I was going to say. And the thing about it is that sometimes this is a thing, it can be a thing. A lot of times what men do, they come in trying to woo the woman. So
right. They
they're
lead with it. They lead
Yeah.
with it.
And then the thing is once they get the woman, you can't pull back because the same way you got her, it's the same way you got to
Gotta
keep.
keep
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you can't go to pulling back unless hard times have hit. But if
right.
you see, to me, I personally think that if you see someone, because to me, if he says she's gold digging, and this is not anything to the young woman because I don't know who she is, it's just that if someone is gold digging, they really don't. I mean, they don't see, you. If everything is about them, it's just they're not being selfless, they're being selfish. So you allow people, you teach people how to treat you at the end of the day.
Yep.
So Miss Betty says you do not need distractions, and most importantly, having God in there. Exactly, you do not need distractions. She was speaking about when you was talking about the dating life. So
Okay.
okay, he spoke about red flags. Yeah, we miss the red flags. So we really do, because love, what it blinds us. It really blinds us.
It
So he said
does.
good feedback, Bree.
Okay, good. I'm glad that was helpful.
And Miss Betty said it all depends on how long you know. Well, and Nika says good, Bree. But hey, that's what it is. But here it is. This young woman here, she know what she's on. You know your worth. At the end
Yes,
of the day, it's not
absolutely.
saying, and this is one of the things too, I hear men say turn them off of women, and you can tell me what you think about this. They say, oh, when a woman says she bring the table to the table, maybe so, maybe so, but don't you think the table have to be dressed? You can't
Right,
just bring a table and don't have chairs, and I like my tables to be dressed, you know?
right.
Why is it that if she's established, per se, why is it that you feel intimidated? You get what
That's
I'm
a good
saying?
question. Yeah, that's a good question.
I get that.
Um, yeah, that is a thing. A lot of guys might be intimidated by women who are established, or women who they can't walk over, or women who just are very headstrong, and that just may not be your mate if you are intimidated. But I believe in old school men. There's a lot of men who are just men. They're men, they're providers, they're protectors, they're leaders, and that doesn't simply mean financially. It means other things as well. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, guys, we're here live tonight with the girl Erica Wilson, and it had to happen. A step of faith, Miss Brianna Watts. Brianna took a huge, I should have put a leap of faith, because moving to a city where you know no one, not just that, you don't have a job, but you see, that's what I'm saying. You were on to something. You already knew God had something for you. You see, we don't like to be patient. We're dealing with a me society. So if you had someone that says, okay, well, here it is, maybe not, they probably don't want to move or make a move like that, but maybe it's a job move, a career move. There you go. Maybe it's a career move.
hmm
What would you tell them? Would you, because you quit a job to go get a job,
yep.
right? So what would be your words of encouragement to them? But you left with a stipend though, right?
I love what. Oh yeah, so I was a full time entrepreneur, and the reason I moved to Dallas was for a corporate job. So they offered me a relocation assistance, and that's how I was able to afford to move, find an apartment. They put me in an Airbnb until I found an apartment, and then they helped me furnish my apartment. So I was able to move here as well as get on my feet.
Awesome. He says a real man loves an alpha woman. Yeah.
A real man, emphasis on real.
Exactly. Nico, Erica have been that since she was a young girl. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. But see, that's the thing. Like, okay, you make it when you made this move, you're there now. And this company, you had things set in place. You didn't
Mhm,
just say, okay, I'm going to drop everything and just go. You know what I'm saying? The thing
mhm.
is, y'all, she love her family. Like, she's very family oriented. And she
Yeah.
has, I don't know how many nieces. You have nephews yet?
I have nieces and nephews in between my mom and dad's side. If I'm not at 20, it's almost 20.
Brie, are you serious?
Mhm. On my mom's side, I have 8 nieces and nephews. And
Oh
on my
my,
dad's side, I lost count. I'm not even being
she said I
funny.
lost count. Oh
I'm
my
not being.
God. So as you can see, she has her a consultant business, guys. She also has a nonprofit. But Brie also, what she do, she's good at. She really studied her craft. This is not something that she just picked up and just tried. This is something that she studied and mastered. So, guys, if you would like to solicit her business, please tell us how we can do so.
You can follow me on Instagram at Brianna, the letter N Watts. My website is www.briannanwatts.com. And I have some things coming out in the future. I'm about to start a YouTube channel and I'm about to start a podcast. The podcast will be called the Print Podcast. My YouTube I don't know what my YouTube name is going to be, but I'm going to try to make it all seamless across the board. And I'm just going to be sharing lifestyle, beauty, fashion, career, and business type of things. Some educational, some just day in the life blogging, but also inspirational. So I have those. I'm building my personal brand as well.
I can't wait. Because, guys, I'm telling y'all, she be real cute when she step out. Yes, she do. Oh, my God. Listen, was that Valentine's Day when I saw that? And I put
Yes, Valentine's Day.
I was like, yes, Bree. Yes. We'll see what Miss Betty says. Miss Betty says, yes, it takes faith. I left Detroit and went to Florida and did not know a soul. But God, I depend on my gifts that I was blessed with, and God did the rest.
Amen. He will do it every time. And in less than a year, I found community here. I found my way around. And I'm not like homesick or anything. I know how to navigate Dallas. I know how to navigate Texas. And so literally God will do the rest. I just moved here. When I first moved here, I didn't know anything about Dallas. I just knew that it was hot and I had to go to somewhere. But I have met so many incredible, like-minded individuals, which I love that. It keeps me on my toes. Iron sharpens iron, and I'm able to like continue to dream and build out the vision that God provided for me. And so I'm happy to be here. It was a necessary move.
Yeah, and Dallas, I love Dallas. Even though when we were there, we were in Frisco.
Oh, Frisco is nice. Frisco is nice.
Beautiful. I love Frisco.
I like Frisco. I want me a house in Frisco.
Speak it. You was telling me in the green room how you spoke some things. So speak. Yeah, Frisco is beautiful. A very great community out there. So now we have you up there in Dallas.
Yes.
You navigating your way through that thing. See, you helping me because I moved here to Atlanta and I said I would never move to Atlanta. And I'm telling you, I don't like the traffic. That's another thing. In Dallas, you got that traffic too.
Yes, Dallas traffic is that. First of all, Texans can't drive. That's just what it is. That's just what it is.
And then they be going like 80, 90 miles per hour.
Yes, like it's crazy. I try to actually stay off of the highway. And I work from home, and so the only time I really have to go is if I'm like going out to an event or doing something, or when I'm going to work out, I do have to get on the highway, and I try not to go during the high traffic hour. I think I only have to do that like once or twice a week during traffic, but I try to stay off the highways because it's crazy.
And then not just the crazy driving, tolls are everywhere.
Oh, yes. You can drive in Texas for free. Yes.
No, I remember seeing one of Alan's toll bills. I was like, wait, what? You only go from here to the Star. So how?
Yes. Yes. No, the toll thing is very serious. One day my mom called me and she was just like, can you not take the toll away? I just put money on I was like, I'm sorry. I have to. I was running late, I had to take the toll away.
Oh my God. So you say you had a cousin to move up there with you. What was that like?
Let's see. When my cousin moved here, she said she was inspired to move here because I moved here. So she really took a leap of faith as well. But I wasn't here. Like, again, I was going back home for like a year straight. I literally didn't sit down until November of last year when I got back from London and Paris. I made up in my mind that I was like, I'm not going back home that often, and it's been really hard. But it's been hard because I do want to be home at my family events and activities. I don't care if it's just to watch the Super Bowl. I'm going home. But I didn't go home this Super Bowl. But so my cousin, we missed each other a lot. She lived in another city. And it's because I was always going home. But we're trying to be more intentional and work with our work schedules to get out more and enjoy Dallas and really see. It's a lot to do here. So we're about to start hanging out and doing some stuff like that.
Yeah, it's actually a young lady. She was telling me that she's really thinking, she's a realtor, and she says she's really thinking about moving to Dallas. She really thinking about making that move. And of
I
course,
love it.
yeah,
There's so much opportunity here in Dallas. Is what you make it. There's a community here for us. A lot of people rather move to Texas, well, Houston than Dallas, and I'm like, Houston is too much for me. It's on 24/7, and I need to be able to turn it on and off. And then here in Dallas, I can do that. I can focus on
exactly.
work. I can focus on business. I have business connections, networking opportunity that I can do. And when I'm ready to go out and have fun, I can do that. I feel
Yeah,
like in Houston, you would be so distracted. For somebody like a young professional like me, somebody in my generation, I feel like you can get easily distracted because there's always something going on, something coming to the city, somebody coming in town to visit for the weekend or something like that. So I'm very happy that I ended up in Dallas.
awesome. Awesome. So Miss Betty says, so true. Drivers can't drive. No respect. The tolls are ridiculous. Yes, yes, yes. I learned how to take the feeders. It's, yeah. But see, she's in Houston though, but you're in Dallas. And what you
Mhm.
just said is, I hear now, actually, Houston is the new Atlanta. Atlanta was the new
It is.
Miami. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like they're bouncing between the two now.
Yeah, it is. Houston has become the new Atlanta. And again, I'm glad I didn't. I wanted to move to Atlanta so bad after grad school, and God blocked that. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. I know myself, and I would have been so distracted. I love brunch. I love concerts. I love anything that has to do with music, and I know I just would have been so distracted. I would have been outside, to be
Well,
honest.
he knows what's best, and that's just it. So, what it is that you do in your spare time? What are your hobbies, Brianna?
I just started Pilates. Now I love Pilates. So I work out about 4 times a week. And my friend introduced me to that. And in my spare time, I like to build my business and build on my personal brand. So I'm always researching something, studying something. As I mentioned earlier, I struggle with perfectionism. So I will watch YouTube videos, listen to podcasts, shop a lot in my free time, and when I'm not here in Dallas, I am traveling, going to events, hanging out with family and friends. And so I started YouTube thing, so that's going to be my next hobby, of course, until it's monetized, whenever that comes. But I really just do build my personal brand and become a digital content creator / influencer, because I do recognize that I have a level of influence in real life, and so there is a market for that in the digital space. And so I've just been working on that in the background, living alone and living here away from distractions. I'm just focused on myself and building my brand and being able to create an empire for myself until somebody joins me, and then we work on that together.
Man, I'm telling you, this young woman has her head on her shoulders. You're doing such a phenomenal job. I'm
Thank
telling
you.
you. And that is so amazing to hear all the things that you're doing and getting ready to walk into. That is awesome to be even to juggle all that. You know what I'm saying? So, and you could do that now because when that man comes, that time has to be given.
Yeah, when he come, I am kicking my feet up. Whatever you want.
Guys, you heard it here. It had to happen.
I'm a very submissive woman to the right man, so that won't be a problem to balance and navigate those things. I'm a partner, so look, I'm looking to contribute to somebody. I love to help people, like literally build their goals and their dreams. Like I helped my brother with his store, and I'm really trying to get him to take it online, and I'm really trying to get him to get on YouTube. So I just really like to help people like actualize their dreams. That is a natural gift and thing that I have. So when somebody comes to my life and we collide lives, I don't see that being a problem. Not saying it's gonna be all easy, but
Right.
I actually look forward to adding value to somebody's life and helping elevate and enhance their life, and then same for me. So
And some may not know who your brother is, Brianna, but since you mentioned him, just let them know who you're talking about. Even though she went to FSU, y'all.
go knows once again, my brother, one of my brothers, my 7 brothers, which makes it relevant to even this platform. His name is Ray Armstrong. He is a former player and graduate of the University of Miami and a now retired NFL player. And also, did him and Allen play together?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, and teammate of Allen Hearns.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we were talking about we had a college moms face off the other day, and it just was so funny because it was UM versus UK, right? And I had Brian. You remember Brian McKinney? Oh, you know what? No. That was way before Ray got there. Yeah, Brian McKinney. He's a big name there. In at the University of Miami. Well, at the University of Miami, and his mom was on with us, and we just really had a great time. And we were talking about, you have some that's getting ready to walk into that life, get ready to transition into the pro level, and then you have some that's at the collegiate level. So we were talking about what was our best years, and I think that was one of the questions when you were there as well.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think all of us said the collegiate years.
Yeah, that was a fun time. That was definitely a fun time.
Absolutely. So can you say, did you make a lot of connections then?
When he was in college?
No, not when he made it, when he transitioned over to the pro level.
Did I make a lot of connections while he was at the pro level?
Yes.
I feel like I had access if I needed to certain things or certain people. I feel like I made a few connections. I actually worked with one of their old teammates. I did some consulting work for their nonprofit because they have a huge nonprofit. So I did some consulting in that space. I visited their hometown a few times to help with some nonprofit work and help with their business affairs. And if I ever needed access to resources, I know that I could tap into that network. And a few of them actually want to hire me and work with me again on the business consulting side. So I think some connections made, and then the potential is also there for future partnerships.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things, like the players, some players have the nonprofits and some don't, but it's still, they have to understand that they are their brand, right? So even if you could consult them in some other type of services, maybe not be nonprofit, you could be a help to them. So that's one of the things I love about on the NFL level, I mean, the pro level, you able to make these type of connections. And again, everybody wants something.
Oh, I did do one of his teammates. I'm actually close to his former teammate and wife. I'm really close to them, and Ray and them are still close too. I used to work with his wife. I actually did one of the players' resume. He was able to make a transition into another industry using his personal brand after completing his resume. So, I'm cool with a lot of them still to this day. We all connected on social media when I see them in person. And if we are out of town or they're visiting Ray, we still connected to them in that way too.
See, and that's what, again, like I said, even at the pro level, you even have, not just when they're there, even after, when they retire, you still have the type of connection. And what you're doing, it ties into everything. It ties into it's a career move, because guess what? When football is over, some may not know what their next move may be. There's go your consulting services right there. You can sit with them to see actually what it is that they would like to do, because some just all they know is football.
Yeah. At my previous job, which is the job that I moved here for, I actually sat in on an event where we partnered with the NFL and we were helping players transition out of the NFL into corporate. And so I served as and I helped them with their resume and find a job match with opportunities that we had. So that is true.
Would you say you found that to be hard, or were they pretty, kind of, was it hard to work with them, being though, okay, now I'm used to making this type of money.
Right.
So now I'm getting ready to hit the real world. You get it?
I don't think it was hard. It was just a matter of conversation of figuring out their skill set. What was challenging is some of them may or may not have had professional experience. And so some of them did, some of them didn't. And then that's where we would run into the challenge, because if a job requires a certain skill set, then it's like, okay, how can we help you make this transition in the meantime? How do we build your skill set? But the entire purpose of my company's partnership with the NFL was understanding that they are pivoting out of this industry. And so we position them in our company to then build a skill set and create a new career.
And look how God laid it out for you.
Mhm.
Everywhere He placed you, He already equipped you.
Yeah.
That is so
That's,
amazing. Guys, you can reach Brianna at her website,
yep.
www.briannanwatts.com. She's also getting ready to do her own YouTube, guys, and listen,
I'm
her
so
fashion.
excited.
I'm excited for you. Her fashion, I'm telling you guys, is through the roof. She's such a jazzy young woman. I love,
Thank
love, love going
you.
to your page, seeing you, Brianna. And I pray that God continue to just open many doors for you because you have the heart for God's
Mhm.
people. You have the heart to help. And that's what's needed, especially now, because you have so many people that's out here falling by the wayside because they don't have ones that may want to help them. You know what I'm saying? It's like I got mine, like, who are you? But no, you're reaching back down and you're helping others. I mean, of course, you got to get paid for what you do, but you're still making sure you give them your best, your absolute best. And that's one of the things I can see that you're doing because I saw a couple of your reviews and they were amazing. They were amazing. So again, guys, BriannaNWatts.com is where you can reach her. Even guys, if you want to just whenever she get her YouTube page up, please do subscribe and follow her because
Thank
I'm telling
you.
you, you would definitely be
Yes, make sure
encouraged.
y'all subscribe so I can be motivated to continue to just share what God wants me to share in that space.
Absolutely. Because let me tell you, YouTube, you have to work.
Oh yeah,
You
I like
have
to
to,
work though. I
but
like to work.
what I
So,
mean is your viewers have to work.
oh
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
like you could come on and you could watch the show. That's good, but you have to. One of the things you have to be engaging. Like we have some that's doing so. You
Mhm.
have to hit the like as well as the subscribe button and a notification button. But all of it's free. That's the best part about it, guys. It's all free that you can do
Yes.
this. And it's just a click of the button. But I know you have your support system is through the roof. So your numbers would do great. So I'm really praying
Thank
that
you.
I know God is going to do a great thing. So say for instance, I want you to speak to, I know you're a woman, but sometimes our men need something to be um need to be spoken into their lives. So if you had that man and maybe he's transitioning from or maybe he wants to make that move, right? And he don't know which way to go. Maybe I want to your brother has a store. You have the consulting business. So maybe he wants to go and open up a store. What services can you offer him? Or how can you help him in doing so if you had anyone that's under the sound of your voice that's looking to do so?
Somebody that wants to transition and open a store, the way that I would be able to help them is walking them through the startup process. So help making sure they have proper business filings, proper documents, and also just how to run a store, how to start a store, marketing tips and advice, and just creating a business plan beyond the first year, beyond the first 2 years. Typically, brick and mortar stores, they fail after the first year, but if you plan for 5 years, that is when that is very helpful to help you be successful in your business. And so I can help in a lot of different ways. I pretty much ran the operations at Kit, and so there's like nothing that I don't know how to do when it comes to running a store.
So maybe they don't want to open a store. Maybe they just want to jump into their own business, become an entrepreneur. Maybe
Mhm.
they're coming off of a job or maybe got laid off. Maybe got laid off from a job and they're like, okay, well, I don't want to have to deal with being laid off anymore. So let me start my own thing. You
Mhm.
know, what would be the biggest 3 steps that you would take to help them?
Helping them take a deep dive into what it is they want to do. I can't help anybody that doesn't have an idea or vision. I can't work with you if you don't help me help you. So figuring out what it is you want to do. What are your strengths? What are your interests? What are your passion? And then we create a plan around that. And then I would help them with mindset. Business is not easy and it's not going to be easy. And you have to have the mindset to continue to push forward through all of the obstacles as well as the low income periods. And just giving them some insight and education around marketing. Because marketing is what drives sales. And if nobody knows about you, then it's going to be hard for your business to flourish.
Ah, that's good. That is so true. And you can't, like you said, if nobody know. And it's also good. I heard you say in the earlier part of the conversation, you were saying you do a lot of networking.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's about as well. Getting in the rooms. You have to get
Yep.
in the rooms. You know,
And you know what helps networking? Doing the work, showing up and doing the work and being consistent. When people see what you're doing, when they see you have a nice put together product, or at least you're trying and you're consistent, that networking will become much easier. People will be more willing to invest or more willing to support, or they will take a liking to what you have because they see you putting in the work and they see what you have to offer.
Yeah, you have to make people believe in you, because if you're thinking that you could go out there and give little and think people are supposed to, support you, that's not going to happen. They have to see that you believe in yourself. You have to believe in,
Mhm.
and I have Natasha here. She's from one of my sisters from Miami, and her daughter is getting ready to go over to, oh my gosh, she's going to be here on the 29th. Sis, put it in the comment section. That's the one that I would like for you to get in contact with too, Brianna, because
Okay.
I think Miriam, she's like 15 years old. She had the best. I'm telling you, she make this lemonade. Oh my God, it's so
Mhm.
good. But
Oh,
she's
I
getting,
love
sis, can
lemonade.
you put it in the comment section where she's going? She's going to be here on the 29th. And what her mother is trying to do is raise funds for her to get to this event. And this is such a big event for her. I
Okay.
mean, she's excelling in school. She's doing a phenomenal job. Sister, if you could put in the comment section, it's not, no, that's not, no. Hold on. Oh my God, what's the name of the school? Come on, sis, put it in the comment section. But I would like to connect you to Sister
Okay.
Natasha. Her again. Oh, here we go. Good evening. She will be going to Yale University.
Wow. Okay,
Yes,
Ivy League.
yes. So she'll
We
be going
love
over
that.
to Yale University for this program, and
Uh-huh.
we're gonna bring her in on the 29th so we can try to help raise funds to get her there. But
That's awesome.
brilliant.
I am in.
Brilliant. She started her lemonade business, I think when I met her when she was like 10, I believe. And I'm telling you, Alan fell in love with the lemonade. All of us did. She has her own lemonade stand. She do sell her shirts. So she's willing to work for what she's getting. So even
Mhm.
if you just support her shirts or whatever it may be, you're welcome. You're welcome. Even if you just support her shirts, but I would definitely like to connect the two.
Yes,
So
connect us so I can see what she has going on and how I can support.
absolutely. Let's see, that's just how God works. That's just how he works. So even so, you have this mother. There you go. You have this mother that have her child going off to Yale University. And she said, I'm not leaving my baby, so I'm going to stay there too. So would you suggest, because I think she's 15 now, sis, if I'm correct. So what would you do in that case if you were taking your daughter to a program? And maybe I think the program, I believe it's like a week or so,
Mhm.
maybe more, maybe longer. What would you do in that situation?
I definitely encourage getting out of your hometown, and just going to explore the world. And the younger, the better. And so the fact that she is 15 and she's going through this program is going to really set the trajectory and really change her life and open her eyes to an endless future of possibilities. And so I would go there with my daughter. Of course, I would stay. My mom of spice. So if she had to
Yeah.
take off a week from work, she would. I had surgery, I think in 2022 at the end of December. My mom came up here. She took off a week of work and she came up here to take care of me until I was able to literally walk on my own 2 feet. And so I would, without hesitation, do what I had to do to take off of work to support my child, to support her dreams, and to make sure she got that exposure.
Absolutely. And that's good that, she get to see something outside of the box. But
Yeah.
she also has other children too. One designs shoes. Like I'm telling,
Oh
they do.
wow.
Yeah, she designs shoes. So
Awesome.
she's
I
amazing.
love
But
that.
yeah,
We need to be exposed to different things and do different things, and just be aware that we can be more than athletes and rappers. Like we can be designers, we could be engineers, we can have a lemonade stand. So I
Yes.
love
Yes, and the thing is I'm telling you, it's good. It's good, and it's different flavors.
it.
So shouts out to Miss Miriam. Shouts out. So Brianna, we're at the closing of our broadcast. So you took that step of faith. We talked all about you just said, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and go to Dallas. You know, I almost ended up in Houston, but He didn't reject you from going to, He just redirected you, you know. So here it is, you end up in Dallas, you're doing a great job there. You're excelling even though you have the financial stability to be able to go to and from back and forth to families, right? To see your family. And that's a great thing. So what happens if you have that person who have to make that move, forced to make that move because their job is moving there, and that's the only way to go, you know, but may not have the financial stability to be able to go, the finances to be able to go back home? How would you encourage them, you know, as far as that?
I would encourage them to find community where they are, and you could find community at work. You can find community by attending events, getting on social media and looking to see what's going on in the community, and creating a home away from home. I have that here. I've created that here, and I have peers that I went to school with at Florida State. Many of them live out here, and so if I needed to, you know, we hang out here and there, and so I would just encourage creating and finding community. You could do that through church. You could do that through work, joining networks, and things of that nature.
Absolutely. So, guys, we're at the closing of our segment. And as you can see, Brianna dropped a lot of jewels here on tonight. She has a consulting business. Also, she do a nonprofit, and now is getting ready to jump in podcasting. Let me tell you, she wears many hats, guys. But everything she do, everything she do, she really studied her craft, and she know what she's doing, and it's working for other folks. So if you're not following her on social media, please do so, so you can see exactly what it is she do. Basically LinkedIn as well, because LinkedIn, you can see a lot of her reviews there. So
Mhm.
yeah, now what would you like to leave with our audience on tonight?
Say it again. What would I like to?
What would you like to leave? Any words of encouragement that you would like to leave with them on tonight?
Yes, I would say no matter what, stay encouraged, keep your faith, and choose peace. Even when it's chaotic, even when you're going through a storm, rely on God, rely on the word, get to know the word, and choose peace. And you will come out victorious if you believe. So that is my words of encouragement.
Mm, that's it right there. So, guys, as you can see, if you would like to be an amazing guest like Miss Brianna, you can definitely do so by going over to my website at www.ericawilsonih2h.com. Again, www.ericawilsonih2h.com. You know what, Brianna? No, they're in Houston. I'm sorry, but it's okay. You're not too far. I actually have two guests that's going to be on the show tomorrow. One is a film producer. She's a producer. She's an actor. Actress. I'm sorry. She writes. She edits. She's an independent filmmaker. And the young man that's going to be on, he's one of her actors. And her
Uh-huh.
movies, I'm telling you, she wrote plenty of movies, and I can say that they're good because I watched them. I
Uh-huh.
definitely would like to connect you with her too, because that beauty
Okay.
needs to be in somebody's movie. You understand? So you
Right.
never know. Yeah. One more time. Do it one more time. Yes. So as you can see, you guys know that her podcast is going to be everything. So get ready, get ready, get ready. So I will have them on tomorrow at 6 p.m. Check them out. Then you can give me the green light, because what I like to do, I could present someone to you, but I want to make sure that this is, you guys are a great fit. So you
Okay.
tell me what you think after hearing them, and then I will definitely connect the two. I don't
Okay.
have any problem with that, but I definitely will be putting you in contact with my sister Natasha. For
Mhm.
Miriam, guys, if you can, mark your calendars. November. February 29th, Miriam will be here. My niece will be here before you all. Support her. She's listen, going to Yale for a program. 15
Yes,
years
that is
old.
awesome. That's everything. I love that for her. I love that for our youth. So
Yes,
I'm here
exactly.
for it.
And especially to keep a good head on your shoulder and have the support behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And they're right down there in Miami. So, hey, shouts out to Miss Brianna Watts, Queen. Thank you so very much. But
Thank
except
you for having me.
I'm so
It's
welcome.
always a pleasure.
You know you have to come back and hit us up on the NFL Mom show too, man.
Oh, I'll come back. Just let me know. I'll make a guest appearance.
Absolutely. You just let us know whenever you're ready to come in. We're doing some great things on the show. So many great things is actually happening and getting ready to transpire. And I
Mhm.
just can't wait for it all to just come to fruition because I'm telling you, God is definitely doing something. You're so welcome. You're so
You're
welcome.
welcome.
Yeah. So as soon as I get off, I'm going to connect the two. So are you okay with me giving her your number?
That's fine. Mhm.
Okay, perfect. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in here with us. It had to happen for our Wisdom Wednesday with the beautiful Brianna Watts. Brianna, you know we don't like to leave this broadcast without sending out some virtual hugs. Oh gosh, and some virtual love. Yeah, see y'all. She know. Oh, I get my hearts tonight. Yeah. See, Denzel was on the other day, and I thought he took my hearts because my hearts wasn't coming up.
Uh-huh.
Are you on the Mac?
Yes.
You should be able to do it.
Let's
You may
see.
have to do the update.
Oh, my MacBook is so old. I need to get a new one.
No, do the update. Just do the
Oh,
update.
okay.
Do the update. You should be able to do it. So, guys,
Okay.
thank you so much. There you go. We love you here at It Had to Happen, and we cannot do this without you, you, and you. You are rock. Tomorrow, meet me back here at 6 p.m. I will have the beautiful Denise Monette here with us on tonight, and Daytwan Williams will be here with us on tomorrow. She is a independent filmmaker and he is a actor. I'm telling you, they doing some phenomenal things on Tubi. Tubi is the thing now. So, guys, please do meet me back if God's willing tomorrow at 6 p.m. I love you all. God bless you and have the most amazing night. Until next time, guys. Bye bye.